Batman the Detective issue 1, and the reason I started to read this 6-part miniseries is not because it's Batman, and we all know how great and how much of a fanboy I am over this character, but it's because of its subtitle, The Detective. And I won't lie, let's be honest, some of the best Batman stories out there is not with him with the gadgets, it's not with him kicking bad guys in Arkham left, right, center. It's the detective. You know, you get stories like The Long Halloween or Core of Owls. I mean, Scott Snyder's one of Batman's kind of basically a good a combination. I mean, in a way, Death of the Family is a mystery story. It is a good. Where is Joker? Oh my God! How did he know how everyone is, and all that? So for me, the detective element, I dig. I always love the world's greatest detective. Always love the whole him being the Sherlock Holmes and always be the guy who's like 50%, like always the guy who's like 100 steps ahead of everyone, and there's a reason he can beat Superman in a fight. Okay, there's a reason. Anyway, so I got started reading this, and the premise, of taking Batman outside Gotham. He is investigating a crime that is linked to him or has some association with him, and he's needing to head to London, to England, to Europe, and I was like, okay, sign me up more. So I just finished the first issue, and I will say this: it's a really well done setup issue. It really is. It is setting up the crime. It is setting up who our main villains are, setting up who our main heroes are, setting up our main character. Because this is completely Elseworld story. I mean, Alfred's dead. Everyone's kind of gone. He's alone in the mansion. He's kind of questioning himself, which I actually really like, which is he's just reflecting on himself about the oath, about this, the oath that he has given to his parents, about I will stop corruption, I will stop crime in Gotham, I will make sure this will, in my eyes, this will never happen again. And him contemplating that, has he really changed anything? Like, is it basically Hydra kind of one head, two more take his place? I mean, people get in, get out, is Gotham, it ain't gonna be the most happy-go-lucky place in the world, and he's, to the point, he's kind of like, I don't know, stuff it, I'll go to London and investigates this. And you have a sense of who this version of this character is. I mean, in a way, for a reference point, this is going to get a bit comic booky, by the way, guys. So if you just know Batman from like the movies or that, sorry, but he's kind of like the halfway point of Dark Knight Returns, where he is very bitter, he's very jaded, he is very, but he's not at that point yet. I mean, he's slow. He is, he is old. He's not as quick as he used to be when it comes to the action and aspects of his lines. But it's really, like, this is the big draw. I was like, I'm really liking this version of Bruce, this version of Batman, and all that. Even though the dragon part, like the dead man part, when I get it, refereeing Constantine is never a bad thing, and supernaturally, that part I was like a little bit like, okay, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, I don't understand why we're here. Except, people might, for people who are like, why hasn't he thrown a single punch yet? And then it's like, okay, here's your single punch. He's fighting a ghost. and all that. Like, all my like me talking about this issue more is going to hit speculation. Will hit spoilers. So, because my opinions on the villains so far is kind of hitting the spoiler territory. You know what? If you haven't read the issue, come back. You'll hear my speculation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you next month. It's being revealed that. So the big crime is that there was a bombing on a plane, and we find out one by these people, this gang who's wearing all Batman costumes and doing like Batman 146, Persuade painted on the wall and all that. The thing about it is, it's being revealed, the big cliffhanger of this issue is that these people, the passengers, were all people that Bruce saved, all people that Batman saved. And so that link of like, why have 146 people who are linked to one person? Why do these people want that? And the only mindset I have is that they're the children that Batman, of the people that Batman put in Arkham or put in Blackgate. And it's a little bit of, you were our parents. You like, there are a bunch of 20-year-olds who thinking not very logically and that whole thing. That's the only mindset I have. It's a little bit of Last of Us 2 in there. That's my speculation of it. Basically the speculation and piecing things together will make a lot more sense. A lot more sense when everything is pieced together more, and when we get a little bit more sense of the story. But right now, that's speculation. It's a really well done written issue. Tom Taylor, who's the writer of this series, so far has added a really well put beginning, a really well done first